What up, everybody? It's your boy G_Money Raiders, aka Galen, coming to you with another edition of My Take. Okay, y'all, Super Bowl is set. The Patriots and the Eagles. So I'm gonna talk about the AFC game, and I'll go over the NFC game. So y'all know, in the AFC game, the Patriots pulled out a victory, 24-20 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And man, there's a lot of controversy going on in that game. As a Raider fan, Jacksonville, I feel your pain because there was a lot of calls in there that should have been made that they didn't call on New England. And I just think the league has this deal or this feeling with the Patriot thing, because to me, with the country so divided the way it is, it's just kind of weird to me how this team always finds a way when they look like they're down and gone. The Patriots I'm talking about, they always find a way to come back, and they always find a way to win the game. I don't know. They get less things called on them and more on the other team, and it's just crazy. But anyway, we get into the game that, it did look like Jacksonville were doing what they were supposed to do in the beginning of the game. Even though New England went down the field, got the 3 points, and then Jacksonville came back and scored 7, and then stopped New England and came back and got up 14-3. Now, the one play that I feel in that game that was really hurt that Jacksonville was the delayed game penalty, because they got the first down on third down, but they got called for the delayed game. That, to me, was the most key play. That play and another play that I'll be talking about later on was one of the key plays that hurt Jacksonville, because had they not got that delayed game penalty, they were going down the drive to at least get 3 points, because they were in field goal range pretty much on that play right there on a delayed game penalty. Because shoot, the guy kicked their field goal kicker kicked a 50-something yard field goal, so the rate he was dead down the center. So that play right there was one. The other play that I feel like hurt the Jacksonville Jaguars was the play on A.J. Boye, where he got called for the pass interference on Cook. And to me, it should be a non-call to me, because when both guys are pushing on each other, the refs to me should make it a no call. Now, I'm a firm believer on pass interference, when a guy is interfered with catching the ball. But pass interference is getting called too much, even on balls that are way over their head. I mean, whatever happened to the old school rule of if the ball goes over the receiver's head and he wasn't going to be able to catch the ball, that the umps, throw the sign of it was uncatchable, instead of always throwing these flags. Because it seemed like to me the league is just into scoring, and that's what I believe that the league is down to, is scoring. They just want to score. They don't want it to be like what Jacksonville had with Buffalo in the first round of playoffs, like a 10-7 game. They don't want that. They just, like, to them it's like they want to score because they believe people want to see high scoring games and more adept to looking at a high scoring game. So that play right there was key. But the one play to me that I just totally don't understand and I don't get was the corner for New England on that fourth down play with Jacksonville. And it clearly looked like he pass interfered with the Jacksonville Jaguars receiver at the end. You could clearly see it, and they did not call it. But yet, I don't understand how they call pass interference on A.J. Boye for that play that he did when he was running with Cook. I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, man, this league is a trip, because this year's refereeing was real crappy this season in my book. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Raiders fan. I'm saying it because of the fact of the matter of we get bad calls. There were bad calls throughout a lot of the games that took place and that happened. What I'm more like thinking about right now is Gronkowski getting the concussion because he was knocked out. I don't care what nobody say, he was knocked out. Now I know they got 2 weeks before the Super Bowl is played, so he could be, he for sure be back before then. But he was knocked out, so Patriots ended up winning that game 24-20 against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you have some players on Jacksonville who felt like 6 penalties for 98 yards, and a few of them were, balls that were, thrown to the receivers to try to me get the calls. But hey, it's neither here nor there. So that's my take on that game. That was a really good game, though. I do give it that. I mean, it came down to the wire, came down to the end, came down to the end, and hey, Jacksonville just couldn't hold up against the New England Patriots. But like I said, I could see Jacksonville doing the inevitable of, holding New England because of that front four. But with Miles Jackson in the end, and then Darius, I think that's what it was, number 99, where they both hurt their leg and ankle, whatever it was. It didn't look too good for the Jacksonville Jaguars in the end. So, hey, that's that game. Now to the NFC game. So now we know that Philadelphia, and I'll give them mad props for them losing their quarterback, Wentz, and then going with the backup. And the backup ended up taking them all the way to the Super Bowl. Kudos to the Philadelphia Eagles. So now I'm feeling like, is this going to be, even though you got a different quarterback and different receivers with Philadelphia, but Philadelphia defense, I want to see how the way they're going to be able to handle New England's matchup nightmare. But Philly got a good defense to me. I look at Philly defense and I'm like, wow, they really got a good solid defense. So I just want to see if New England's going to come and give them a matchup nightmare. And I'm going to want to see how things turn out for the Eagles. For this game, me being a Raider fan, I'm going to root for the Eagles. I'm never going to root for the Patriots, ever, ever, ever. Any other AFC team, I'm always going to stay AFC till I die. But not this, not whenever New England is in there, because I don't, we don't like New England, plain and simple. Just tired of seeing New England getting there and, getting there on flukes and then getting there and winning on flukes. So that's the way I feel and the way I look at it. So we're going to see. I just hope that this time when New England and Philly meet in the Super Bowl, we don't have the, McNabb situation where he choked in the end. Because, as they say, he got sick in the end, and him and T.O. were going back and forth with each other on words and whatnot. Things were said and whatnot, I don't know. But still, for the fact of the matter of it is I hope that this time Philadelphia wins to be able to get their first Super Bowl in franchise history. It will be a great sight to see. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of New England Patriot fans who probably see my video here and call me a hater, but y'all know why we hate. Y'all know why we hate. We'll never get over the Tuck Rule game, plain and simple. That's what it boils down to. So, y'all know what it is, and y'all know what it's like. So, that's my take on this whole thing. I'm going to be getting ready also to, get ready for the off-season stuff. So I will be doing my homework, my due diligence of seeing who I wanted the Raiders to pick in the draft. Like I said in my last video, we got to flip a coin with the 49ers to see who's going to pick between the 9th and 10th between us with our 6-10 record. And we'll see how the way things go. But like I said, I like to see the Raiders go splash in the off season, or who they want to keep, and then who they want to get rid of, and then pick up. Who they want to keep on the team, who they want to let go on the team, and then who they want to pick up in free agency. Because like I told y'all, to me in free agency, you need to go after, let's say, cornerback in the free agency department. That's me. And a wide receiver. So, like I said, I'm cornerback-wise, I'm down with, like I told y'all, Tremaine. I'm down with him from the Rams because he's a free agent. I love to see him. I'm okay with either Sammy Watkins or Jarvis Landry, as far as bringing in, because we need somebody to, even though we can't cut Seth Roberts in the whole situation because that'll be dead money because you just signed him, but we need somebody to give Carr a receiver who can actually go on hold and catch the ball, period. And like I told y'all before, I think we need another receiver who can at least catch the ball and is a burner. Either he's going to be big, or he can just, big, tall, fast receiver, or he can be a decent-sized receiver, but he's got to have some speed. Because you got to take the pressure off of Amari Cooper, plain and simple. I just do believe that Gruden's offense is going to help Amari, because to me, he's going to have Amari, him and Greg Olsen's going to have Amari in the bubble screens. They'll have him in bunch formation, have him in motion, doing all kinds of stuff to keep it to where Amari can have the ball in his hands, get it in his hands, and get it to him early. And I think, Gruden will take care of that situation. I didn't get to say this in my last video, that the one thing that I really want to talk about, because I kept hearing everybody talk about Gruden's been out of the game, Gruden's been out of the game. Yes, Gruden has been out of the game for 9 years, but do y'all not remember that his brother is the coach of the Washington Redskins? So he knows what's going on, how training camp, practices, how they're going to talk to players, when they can talk to players, and everything else like that. So he'll be all right. I believe that he will be all right. And I think DC is ready to roll. I think DC is ready to get it on. Because, you got a great nucleus. He's got a great nucleus with this team. This team is young. This team is very young. Like I said, with this season, these next, because 2019 season will be here. That's the last season because they're supposed to be in their new stadium in 2020. And look, y'all, by the time they get to Vegas, look, they're going to have a bunch of cap space, considering. So, who knows? We'll see how the way everything turns out. We'll see how the way everything comes to be. So, with that being said, this your boy G_Money Raiders, a.k.a. Galen, signing off. Give my likes, comment down there. Y'all know, how do you think this Super Bowl is going to turn out? How do you think everything is going to be? How do you think it's going to look? What do you think that everything is going to be in this Brady-Eagles matchup in this Super Bowl once again? Y'all let me know. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel as well. So, thank you also for giving me my 200th subscriber. I want to thank you all, and y'all have a good one. This your boy G_Money Raiders, a.k.a. Galen, signing off.